numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying and selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, turn up the sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing our limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business,
yeah, what's up? Welcome to a TSR Live, and tonight we have a treat. We are sharing exclusive footage from the One Music Fest in Atlanta.
Oh, yes. And thank you to our sponsors, All Americans Vote and DistroKid, who helped make the TSR Live experience at the One Music Fest possible, honey. And for our roomies who don't know, DistroKid is the best and easiest platform to promote your music and get it on major streaming platforms with unlimited uploads and 100% of your earnings.
And I want to say we have to give a big thank you to All Americans Vote for having us at One Music Fest. All Americans Vote is a nonprofit aimed to motivate underrepresented Americans to engage in voting and continue active participation in the local and national elections. The recent launch of their Turn Up, Turn Out campaign has brought together live event experiences and advocacy with the hopes of incentivizing Black and brown individuals to participate in our democracy.
Absolutely. Thanks again to all our sponsors. Really appreciate you. Now, according to reports, let's go ahead and get to this, man. Some TSR Live. Quick takes. Diddy's sons, Justin, Quincy, and King Combs were about to get into a fight at Ray J's with Ray J at a recent Halloween party. It was crazy, bro. I mean, to hear about this is nuts. But thanks to Chris Brown and all of his light-skinned peace abilities, he was able to walk away unharmed. Everybody was cool.
I don't respect this in no way, shape, or form.
You don't respect it?
No, I don't like it.
What don't you respect?
I mean, I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there is a troll who trolls their father every single chance he gets. He goes by the name of, you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
Okay,
yeah.
And would they run up on him? You know what I'm saying? Ray J just seems like an easy target. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's some major trolls out here. Ray J should be the last on your list that you're trying to jump. And if you were really trying to get at him, Chris Brown, one man stopped you.
I mean, he probably talked to him and said, man, don't do this. And then another thing, I mean, I'm not saying that Diddy's sons aren't tough, but I mean, Ray J's got some friends in LA. That's it. If you're in Los Angeles,
know the booty goons. Didn't Ray J tell y'all he know the booty goons?
Yeah, he did say that.
No, I didn't make this up.
He said that before.
Yeah, he said this.
He did.
He will call the booty goons on you. So yes, Ray J has friends. I don't want to know, but Ray J has people in LA as well as the Combs kids too. But I sympathize with them because you have to kind of understand how hard it is for them to now have everybody in the world talking about their father and people that they know, people they've been around, people they may have considered friends once before. Everybody has an opinion. And I'm not going to lie. When everything went down with Diddy, I did not expect to see Ray J going live in a suit on every platform that was available to him. Ray J was the last person I thought would go live, and he did. So, I mean, you can't help how you might respond to somebody talking about your parents that way.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. And they might as well just get ready and just fight everybody because
that's what I'm saying. Like, who do you choose? If everybody's talking about it, you just fight every day, all day?
No, you fight the people you think you can beat up.
Okay.
That's the tale as old as time. You know that. And shout out to Chris Brown though for keeping the peace. I would like every publication to please share that Chris Brown has kept the peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Because y'all love to share other stuff about Chris Brown.
That's true. That's true. And listen, there's been a twist in the Young Thug trial. The rap star's co-defendant, Quamarvius Nichols, he has agreed to a plea deal, and his attorney has negotiated a sentence of 20 years in prison, but noted he would have to serve only 7 years with probation. All right. Now, meanwhile, the trial is expected to resume for Young Thug. Now, I want to know, what do y'all think about that?
I mean, that's just tough. I mean, we heard a mistrial, and what I read last is they said it's going to be, it's possible a mistrial, but it's also a lot of people are going to start taking plea deals in this.
I get it, but this was a respectable plea deal from the knowledge that I have from this. He actually could have walked away free without any time if he had agreed to testify against Young Thug. He refused that. So this was a plea deal where he just said, no, I'm not saying anything about Young Thug, but I'll take this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my time. They said he didn't even want to do the plea deal, but his wife had urged him to do it.
And you said this is a good move. You think this is a good move?
No, I didn't say necessarily it was a good or bad move. I'm just saying it was a respectable. In the streets. In the streets, you had the opportunity. Some people took plea deals where they had to testify and they didn't have to go to jail. Okay. He said, I'm not going to testify against Young Thug, but I'm going to take this plea. Yeah. I'm saying I'm guilty. So
basically, if me and you did a crime together.
Talk about it.
And then we both in jail. You make a deal to get out. So you saying I did some of this, right?
No,
that doesn't negatively reflect on me.
Not necessarily.
I mean, that was you.
But we did a crime together.
Who said we did what together?
Nobody said nothing. I just said I'm gonna do this 7. I'm gonna do this 7. Y'all owe me.
Trying to make it make sense.
I see what you're saying.
If me and you rob a bank together and you take a deal, then they looking at me like your homie took a deal. What you gonna do?
Hey, I'm just taking this 7 and get out the way.
Okay.
Look,
they got us.
Right. We caught y'all. That's what that sounds like to me. But hey, I don't know. I've never been in jail.
Oh, man. Crazy.
Crazy man. Work. All right. Now let's talk about this, man. Speaking of jail, Lil Durk is saying that jail food isn't good, but he's in good spirits after being arrested for an alleged murder for hire. TSR investigates with Justin Carter has all the details. Let's take a look.
Once all the alleged players got to LA, the OTF members met Kevon Grant, who had already flown there by private jet.
In the indictment, they talk about who purchased those ski masks and that they were purchased the day of the alleged murder.
That would be Grant, a top OTF associate who investigators say got the men hotel rooms, went to a sporting goods store, bought 4 ski masks, and rented 2 luxury cars, a white BMW sedan and a white Infiniti sedan. Grant allegedly gave them guns, including one that had been converted also into a machine gun. The next day, they allegedly made their move. The group followed Rondo and Robinson as they ran errands through Los Angeles. Their final stop was this Beverly Hills gas station.
Wow.
Nasty work.
What y'all think about that?
It's nasty work. It's nasty work. It's just tough. I said it before. I said it on our podcast. One event, Von fighting Quando Rondo, changed everybody's life. Just changed everybody's life. And that's really all I got to say about it. It's just decisions that everybody has to be aware of. And one decision could just jam everybody up. Look at what's happening right now.
It's terrible. Crazy. For me, y'all know I hate to see this happening. I hate to see how it went down. But I do just want to put this out there. If anybody offer you a key to their city, don't take it. What? Okay, I don't want nobody's key to the city. I don't want to be a key holder. Everybody that's getting keys to the city going to jail. I don't know what's to them keys, but y'all better pay attention. Wake up. So that's my advice.
That mean they own you. Huh?
They own you, baby. They start giving you. Why you want me to have the key to the city? I don't want your keys. Keep your keys because everybody going to jail is getting the keys. So yeah.
What's wrong with you?
And you know what else I don't want, Keke?
What?
A statue.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Nah. Have y'all seen Dwayne Wade, whoever that is, the alleged Dwayne Wade Miami Heat statue, whoever that man is yelling?
Come on, man.
Looks a mess.
Who is this?
Man, come on. That look like angry Teddy Pendergrass. That look like man, Lawrence Fishburne yelling for a bus.
Yeah.
It's the that's nasty. That's that D-Wade, that's a cool moment. I said this before. It's a cool moment because that's when he was like, this is my house. Cool moment. But the facial expression, Wade, man, bro, man, I know people are roasting you from the crib. They have to be.
He said he don't care.
Where his teeth at?
He got a statue. He can't really be mad.
Why would y'all put him out there with a bald mouth? Where's his teeth? He ain't got no grill. He ain't got no eyebrows. Listen, all this AI technology, y'all could have got this right, okay?
Come on.
And don't give me no statue, baby, because y'all ain't gonna shape her right. Go ahead and give me a trophy. I don't want statues or keys.
I'd be the first crackhead statue. Exactly. Skinny. They had me out here bad.
Right.
Like, why's that so skinny?
Look
sick. I don't want one. Give me a certificate.
Oh
What
my
happened to
God.
the certificates?
Right.
Give me an honorary doctorate. Those people don't go to jail or have ugly statues.
Black.
This is the thing. Stop. And also, everybody's not a creative. Everybody's not a creative. I know he was involved in this. He saw it, I saw it getting made. You got to bring somebody along with you. Like, hey, look, I need y'all to come check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Look this out. Give them some ideas on things that they can make this better.
You know what I think it was? I think it was such an honor for D-Wade to get that statue. And I think he was honored by that moment. Mm-hmm. And I think when he went through the process and he met the artist, you know how, they gonna tell you like, this took 4 months to create. They put that pressure on you. And you sitting there having that conversation with the artist, you probably don't have the heart to tell everybody, hey, we need to start another 4 months because this is terrible. So you kind of just go with it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand not saying nothing.
Guilt trip you.
Yeah, they tell you all the art that's involved with it and why it don't look like you.
This organic metal.
Yeah. Organic metal.
Yeah, this grass-fed metal. I did this part with a fingernail file. Like, I don't give a damn. Throw the whole statue away.
Man.
I carved your eyes out with wood from the Miami Heat court.
Right.
No, you should have used a stencil.
What's the Roomies saying?
The
Keke?
Roomies are tapping in. They said, wait, so he actually signed off on this? Looks that way.
Yeah.
So he was there while they made it and still waited till it was done to say, who is that? Exactly. That's like when you getting your hair done or you getting your hair cut. Yep. If your barber start looking at you from all different angles, turning your chair around, for the women, they start pumping your chair up and spinning you around. I know you done messed something up. So I think that's the situation that D-Wade was in.
Yeah. And you really can't say nothing to the barber.
It's too late. It's too late.
Or they hit you with that black stuff before you can say, I don't want it. And it's too late.
I done had people mess up my beard. I done had that chin strap. This shit keep turning. Next thing you know, I got a 1990s chin strap, which is terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, guys. If anytime you gotta explain what this looks like, anytime you gotta you gotta just look at it from it's a bad statue, bro.
Terrible.
Michael Jordan has the best statue still. Just saying.
Facts.
And just as a side note,
don't stop.
Kobe's statue wasn't nothing either.
Didn't they misspell some words or something on his?
His was terrible. They did have some misspelled words and everything.
Yeah.
Kobe's was terrible.
It was the pose too. Didn't they have like a weird pose?
It's a weird pose.
I understand, but I don't know, man.
Just stop.
He's talking to one of the most dominant athletes and he's standing there with a microphone in his hand.
He done dunked on 7-10 basketball players. Hit game-winning shots, fadeaways.
Yeah.
He's got a microphone in his hand. I'm like, this is Kobe Bryant. This is Mamba. That doesn't look like Mamba.
Let's not forget Allen Iverson statue.
Oh,
that little baby statue where he looked like Bow Wow and like Mike.
That was terrible.
That ain't good either.
That was horrible.
Oh, okay, man. Okay, let's do this. Let's jump into some hip-hop headlines. Tyler, the Creator's Chromacopia. How am I saying that? Somebody from the back. Chromacopia. Thank you. It's set to debut at #1 on Billboard's Charts 200. Now, he occupies, this is crazy, all of the top 14 spots on US Spotify with the new album. This is absolutely crazy. Shout out to Tyler, the Creator, who's been on a pretty much content run. The album features Sexy Red, Glorilla,
come on,
Keke, Lil Wayne, Childish Gambino, Schoolboy Q, Doechii, Tizo Touchdown, Solange, Daniel Caesar, and Santi Gold. I wonder what he got. I gotta listen to the Solange record.
Yeah,
I gotta hear that. And then shout out to him also. Yeah, Kim Kardashian and Northwest. They were spotted at the LA listening party where he announced his world tour.
Yeah, Northwest is a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. She talks about him all the time.
Ah, man, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now, let's head to the Bayou. That's right, fans who can't make it to Little Louisiana Fest, Keke, this weekend is happening in New Orleans. You don't have to worry about it. You'll be able to watch the show thanks to the collaboration between Live Nation Urban and Amazon Music.
I love this for Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this for Wayne. And I hope that everybody who was so passionate about Kendrick getting on a Super Bowl stage, if they tune in and support this so that we can break records for Wayne and show him how much we love and support him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, you have to watch it. Saturday at 7:30 Central, Little Louisiana Fest will be live streamed for free on Prime Video and the Amazon Music channel on Twitch.
Yeah.
So the whole festival gonna be on there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This be dope.
Yeah, and then Wayne can show y'all what he's, for all the people that was doubting him and doubting his abilities, and he can show.
Oh yeah,
he
gonna go crazy. He gonna go crazy.
As he should. Now, let's get into this story, okay? Chicago's own Keke Palmer is trending for a sit-down she did with People magazine. Let's take a look at what Keke had to say.
Seeing what Darius posted, what was your reaction?
I was speechless because I was at a photo shoot. And everybody was looking all weird. I was like, are y'all good? And then I randomly was on my phone and I saw a Shade Room post of the comment, and I was honestly just shocked. That was all. I was just like, okay. And then it continued, and then I didn't have no words. And it's not reality. I didn't want to engage with something that wasn't reality. So I kind of just became removed. And then at that point for me, I kind of just wanted it to not exist in the workspace, because ultimately that's what it is for me. You know, in my opinion, I was just at a concert. I don't know how anybody else receives that, whether they know me or whether they're online. It was not that reality for me. So I didn't know what to do with it because I'm not in that reality.
I mean, they took a regular moment and made it so deep and dramatic. Shout out to People. They did their thing.
I mean, the interview is really great. She revealed a lot in this interview. And of course, shout out to Keke for the Shade Room. Shout out. One thing, baby, we're going to break some news around here, honey. She said she was on set and saw that post. So I take my hat off to Keke for being very transparent about her relationship. That had to be very embarrassing when you're the one in the public eye. Your spouse is on Twitter tweeting, okay, you trying to get to the bag, you got a new baby. That's a lot to deal with, but I feel like she's been very transparent and kind of unpacking this whole thing with her fans, and this interview is really deep.
Are they still together? Did they stay together on that?
I don't believe that they're together. I don't believe. I'm not certain. But yeah.
I think they together.
Okay, well, what do you know?
Tell
us what you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What you see?
I love Keke. That's the thing. I love all my Kekes. The one right here and Keke Palmer. All of them.
Right.
And the Keke I don't like. Okay.
Well, would you guys take a partner back after they expose you some kind of way on social media?
Exposed?
Yeah, like if your partner is venting about your relationship on social media, is that something that you all can forgive?
Yeah, I can pay it.
Yeah, it depends on what they say.
Okay.
It depends on what they say. Long as you gotta take it down instantly, though.
Okay.
Take it.
You can't say nothing crazy.
No retraction statement required or anything. You know, I don't even play these type of social media games.
What you mean? A retraction statement? You ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse.
You embarrass me on social media. They can at least apologize on social media.
No, I don't need that.
No, because that makes it worse.
Yeah,
that just gives them something else to talk about. Keke, you in the media, you know this.
Well, that's why I don't like men with social media. So I don't have
these problems.
You don't like men free.
My man get mad at me. He better call somebody. He better call his brother. Call his mama. Don't get on social media playing with me. I don't like that.
I personally don't think. I agree with you. You shouldn't be putting our business on social media because all it is entertainment for everybody else. Nobody really cares. Okay, it's not like somebody gonna call and be like, "Oh, it's okay." No, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to get your opinion on it. So when it happens to y'all, I really would love to see the forgiveness in y'all heart that y'all expressing tonight.
I'm giving forgiveness, but what you probably gonna hear in the house is probably gonna be a little different.
Okay,
it's gonna be a little different, but apologies. It's all good.
Okay. Well, shout out to the Roomies. They're, of course, weighing in. They said Keke has her own style, very grown and sexy. And she, I just love Keke. Everything about her.
They said, why y'all so mad? People dress their age. I mean, it's just that I get it. I want to let you know, ladies, every time y'all dress sexy, it cringes up most guys. Unless guys, it's a certain segment of guys that like to see their women with other guys, but that's a whole nother situation. But I'm telling you, when you dress sexy, when you going out and you celebrating and you having fun with your girls and you got certain things hanging out, it makes us feel a little uncomfortable. So now we like to see it in the house, but when it's hanging out for everybody else to see.
Tone, I think you've been a little hypocritical.
Yes, he is.
What do you mean?
Because don't you, when you see a woman dress sexy, don't that make you want to holler at her? Like, damn, she look good.
I say there's two ways to dress: single dressing and relationship dressing.
What?
You can be sexy and not. When you single, you fishing. So I get it. Cleavage. I get it. The really tight or short skirt. I get that. When you're in a relationship, you can still, if you shaped a certain way, you can wear stuff that still makes you look good, still shows the curves, but it's just not as much to grab as much attention to you as a single woman should. I think there's two ways to dress.
But that's what you were initially attracted to. You just said
you
when
got
they're
me
single,
now.
right? I
You
got
won.
you with this look. But now you want me to wear skirts down to my ankles, and now you out.
got me.
But you out in the street chasing the next girl that is out there dressing.
No, why got to be somebody chasing?
So let me
somebody
let me ask you this then. So Tone, you know, let's say you fly. You know what I'm saying? She was when she met you, you was fly. You was fly. You smelled good, everything, right? But when you go out, you gonna stop being fly. You gonna start wearing like I ain't gonna wear the fly stuff. The same. I ain't wearing this no more.
What are you talking about?
I need you in a poo shiesty mask.
Every
time you leave the house.
You need to look dirty.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You need to look dirty.
You cannot compare
Black Air
male
Force Ones
dressing.
only.
You cannot compare male dressing sexy to women.
Then what's
dressing
okay?
sexy.
Then what? I
own
just
that.
want to ask you, what is the equivalent? What does a man have to stop doing? What's the equivalent of a man having to stop doing when he gets into a relationship?
I mean, really trying to holler at other chicks when you go outside. I mean,
But that's the woman. I mean, a woman has to turn down dudes. Yeah. I mean, that ain't the same thing. I'm talking about what's the equivalent of dressing sexy for a man?
I have no clue. I just know if a woman is dressing sexy and she's wearing if your woman is bodied up and she's dressed a certain way when she was single when she met you, yeah. Now you met me, you got me. Now let's tone that down because I don't want everybody else to want you like that.
That's insane.
No, it's not. It's not.
I get what you're saying.
Shout out to Nisha.
Why are you acting like
it's all about respect.
What'd
She
you say?
agree with you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because I get it. Women, y'all go out, y'all own sexy. So my thing is like, yo, you go outside, you're like, hey, you all right? I'm bad. I'm single. I'm in my glow. I'm dressing how I want to dress, and every man is approaching
I get you. But
every man's approaching every man. Now, once you get the guy that you want, not necessarily. Even I'm talking outside after you finish dating, you in a relationship,
right?
I say, why are you still dressing like you are single?
But here's my thing, Tone. Here's my thing of what you're saying. I'm the type of guy that I am judging you're single too. So what I don't expect change behavior because we are now in a relationship. Okay. You think, oh, now you're going to go get her and then change her. I don't expect that. I'm going to get the single girl who's dressed modestly single because that's you. I don't want you to change for me. I want you to be you because I can't change you. So when you get a girl that dress sexy and then be like, don't dress sexy. No, you got to deal with what she was. She's who she is.
You might be on something right there.
I want the woman.
Nobody I want to argue.
If you single and you twerking all over the club and stuff, I don't want. That's not the one I'm a wife. I might take you home, but that's not the one I'm gonna wife. I'm a wife the one that's just being cute and like, oh yeah, I'm single. She might take her being single might be, a little more flirtatious with her talk. She might talk a little more, but the way you dress and the way you acting in public is how you are.
You don't think sometimes though people that dress sexy, like especially when women go out for their birthdays and everybody gets extra on their birthdays. So you don't think that there's a time where you got somebody that might have a modest personality, but just might overdo it that one day and get really sexy. Like, you know what? I'm gonna show some cleavage.
You're not going from that one day until a relationship. You've seen how she dresses. You've seen her. You know what I'm saying?
And really, if she your girl, you in a committed relationship, you shouldn't really be worried about how she dressing. I hate to break it to y'all, I get the most men approaching me when I look like a bum. So just know that.
She ain't lying. We was in the airport this weekend.
Come on.
Keke had on sweatpants and a tee. Everybody was like, oh, I love your hair. I love your sweat. I had to keep the dudes off her.
See?
What you talking about?
So your girl could be totally dressed down, and if the dudes want to holler at her and she going. It don't matter what she wearing.
Keke, it don't. Now stop. Now we got a whole show to do, but stop playing with me. You gotta stop playing,
What
bro.
do you mean?
You got a face card. You pretty.
Thank you.
You pretty. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? But it's some women that don't have a face card, and what do they do to accentuate? Get people to bring them in.
God.
What Tone?
What do they bring? If you don't have a face card, Keke, what you doing to bring them in, Keke?
I'm not doing nothing to bring them in. I'm me.
I'm talking about for women that don't have that.
Okay, for women that don't have that, they might have something else.
A big ass.
No, they can have game. They could. I know some of the ugliest chicks, bro, and they got the most game. They'll talk you out your socks. Okay,
and they also,
don't do that.
And they also the ugly chicks also got big asses too.
Oh my god! Okay.
But I'm just saying,
but it doesn't matter what they have.
Doesn't matter.
Tone.
Big asses make people.
If your girl want to get chose, whether she dressed up or she in sweatpants, she's gonna get chose, bro.
I agree.
So
but there's also a way to bring more light to you. And that's what you showing your body.
And don't try to dim my light. If my light was bright enough to get you over here, baby, don't try to turn this light off when we get together.
Yeah, I am. I want the porch light. The porch light is off.
And that's why you were Toxic Tony. That's why your name is Toxic Tony.
He gonna change.
Yeah, he wants you to change. Turn your light off. Don't wear no lashes. You got to just be ugly.
Hey, look, we together. Yeah, that's
anyway.
It. All right, come on, let's finish the show.
Of course, you can see all of the comments for Keke's article right there on the Shade Room. So check it out.
How did we get to that? All right, Atlanta was the place to be over the weekend, and your TSR Live family were in the house. I gave it talk. Man, we were all there for the One Music Fest. It was a time.
Yes.
Absolute time. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a ball. It was a great time. One thing about Atlanta, it is amazing.
Yes, it is.
It is amazing. Yeah. Just black well, I don't even know how to say the word.
You done tried it.
I tried too much. I put too much on it. It's nice.
It's nice.
Metropolitan. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
God.
None of us can talk because we had so much fun in Atlanta. The One Music Fest is something I think everybody should see. They celebrated like 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool. Every artist you wanted to see, great food. It was cool.
Nelly shut it down. Your favorite, T.I. shut it down.
T.I. killed it.
Young Dro popped out. And of course, we got to talk to a lot of the celebrities that were there, including my friend Saucy Santana. Y'all saw Saucy shut it down too. He was coming out there. He said, shout out to the girls wearing Fashion Nova and Sheen. I was so excited. But yeah, Saucy shut the performance down. And also at the end of his performance, y'all remember when he shouted out his boo Tyrone?
Yeah.
He was like, shout out to my man Tyrone. Boo, boo, boo. So when we got a chance to talk to him, I had to ask, let's take a look. Your friendship with Drake, like, where is that at? Now, friend, I talked to you at the BET Awards. You told me you had a man in Chicago. Now, who the hell is Tyrone? Because I heard you shout out Tyrone.
That's right there.
Is that the new boo?
That's my ex-boyfriend. So Tyrone is. Tyrone is before it was the Chef D, before it was the Zell Swag, all that shit was Tyrone. I started dating him back in like 2018. And he ain't never left. Period. So, he had a night to support me. So you spent the block, he back. Okay, friend.
Tyrone trying not to look. Tyrone trying not to look.
One thing about me, when I spend the block, I'm getting back in the car. She ain't got a word. I'm getting right back in the car.
Come get me, Daddy.
Come get me. Babe, I'm outside. Come pick me up.
There's something wrong.
I love me some Saucy, baby. I really do. Shout out to Stevie J who's watching too. But when we talked to Saucy about Tyrone was there. He was wiping the sweat off Saucy's face. When he got done talking to us, he was hugging him. I hugged Tyrone. He seemed like such a nice guy. But then just the very next day, on the top of the Shade Room, we see that Saucy and Tyrone got into some type of physical altercation allegedly, and it must not be going well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It looked like they were in love at One Music Fest.
Yeah.
I mean, they was both grinning.
Maybe this is a sign you don't need to spin the block on your ex. Leave your ex with. It seemed like it only worked out for Nelly and Ashanti. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Never spin the block. Never. What broke you up the first time gonna break you up again.
Oh man! Shout out to Stevie J. Stevie J said he want to be on the show. Come on, Stevie.
Come on, Stevie.
Yes,
come talk that talk. You more than welcome, brother.
Now you're gonna have to answer some questions, Stevie. So come on here and like I can't really talk about that.
Stevie don't shy away from that.
Nah, he doesn't.
Nah, he ain't gonna shy away.
We got you.
All right, man. Also, while we were down there at One Music Fest, we caught up with Jhonni Blaze. All right, now, she kind of talked about her leaked responses between her and her friend.
Drake,
I want y'all to
where is that at now?
Oh,
it was never.
Let's get that up.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
Yeah, run it
Your
back.
friendship with Drake, like, where is that at now?
It was never bad. I don't say nothing bad about him. I don't think nothing bad of him. Of course, with your friend putting your messages out and it's not your fault, the person's still going to be upset. But, I mean, everybody talks to their friends. Everybody talks to their homeboy. Hey, look, I'm about to fix, and that was the conversation. Hey, I'm about to fix this with this person. Look what he said to me. And then you took that and you put it out knowing that they were going to put it like as if I made you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But really, it was just you were being a bad friend and you're mad. I don't want to be a friend with you no more. So with me, it's like I don't have the bad blood. He never had bad blood. I think he's talented. And the old me would have been just upset because I didn't understand and just be like, oh, well, no, it's no negative. It's nothing bad. It's no friendship either. It's just, if I see him, it's not nothing mean. It was something that he was telling me that probably I needed to hear anyway. People are afraid to work with me. People are afraid to deal with me at the time because they don't know what I'm capable of. But me taking that therapy, me taking and pouring into myself, they're not used to this person. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to that. And some people, it's hard for them to accept new change. And it's like, the only thing I can do is keep working on myself and just to focus on that. So.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Jhonni. Super cool. She was hanging out with us in the TSR lounge.
Yeah.
She went on to say that she dropped the blaze from her name. She's only going by Jhonni. She cut her hair. She lost 90 pounds. So
Ozempic. She said she was on that Ozempic.
And a trainer.
Ozempic
and a trainer.
Yeah. So shout out to Jhonni.
Shout out to her, man. That was cool. They actually hung out with us on both days.
Yeah. We had a good time.
Great time. All right, now, Keke, you talked to Tuson, right?
I did. Tuson was also hanging out in the TSR Live Lounge at One Music Fest. And of course, I had to ask him about all the drama that's been going on between him and his ex-bestie, Ari Fletcher. Let's take a look at what Tuson had to say, or lack thereof.
Now, obviously, you've been all over the Shade Room recently, okay? We miss you on the cooking show, you and Ari together. But what really happened with that check?
Black people can't. I promise you'll get everything.
You gonna give us the tea on that?
Black people can't.
Okay.
I'll give you the tea.
All right.
I promise.
Okay. Now, are you being a good friend, though, out here in Tucson? Because people been questioning that.
I don't know. It's just like a lot of things. It's just like I've always been a good friend.
Okay.
I don't think my friendship could really be questioned.
Okay.
People feel how they feel is okay. All I know is I don't know no business to tell. I don't know no business to tell, so I don't know.
Okay. Look. All right, throw your hands up. But just so you know, the fans would love to see you and Ari make amends. Do you think that y'all will get back friends at some point?
God,
open to it?
God is good. I got a good heart.
He ain't say nothing.
God. That was my first time actually watching that back from being there. Tuson, he wanted to take off running. Baby, I wasn't gonna bite. I was not gonna bite. I just wanted to know the answers.
I mean, he moved a little bit more each and every time you asked
he was about to take off running.
I've known Ari Fletcher for a very long time. Ari, what you done to that man?
We need Ari on the show. Shout out to Ari. But I just wanted to know, like, Tuson, what's tea? But apparently you can get all the information on his new show that is coming out. He said it's called Black People Can't. I don't even really understand that title, but I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know what he was talking about. You was like, Black people can't. I was like, they can't do what?
That's his show that's coming. So I guess we'll get the answers there. But I asked the questions. I'm
you
always
did.
You
are, yes, Keke.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what she was talking about, she's referring to that $20,000 check that Ari allegedly wrote him that bounced.
Yes.
Yeah, and he didn't give us no answers on
I love Tuson.
No, Tuson, man. But you know how to duck an answer because you didn't want none of that smoke from Ari. I ain't mad at you. Let's get to this, though. T.I. may have announced he was retiring, but he showed up, man, and turned up at the One Music Fest. That was a great performance.
Yes.
T.I., man, king of the South, man. You know what I'm saying? T.I., they don't call him the king for nothing. He brought out Dro and everything. I was fired up.
I loved it. He got up there. He performed in a hoodie and some khakis. He had on his reader glasses.
Stop.
Okay. He had on a little jean jacket like me. T.I. came up there. He was very, very mindful, very demure. And he did that performance amazing and so much energy. The crowd was going crazy. And I think I pretty much lost my mind when Dro came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did.
I love seeing them together.
Yeah.
I love seeing them back together.
Yeah, for sure.
The thing about that was crazy. I looked at the glasses. I thought I was the only one. I was like, you a real rap star.
Yes.
When you come out in your reading glasses
Bruh.
and still rock a crowd.
Why y'all keep saying this man had on reading glasses? Them was the what's in that? Those are the glasses they wear out of Detroit.
They probably like Cartier.
Yeah, they was Cartier frames.
Yeah, they definitely were. But it was just, it was. I didn't know if T.I. was coming to do a business meeting or a performance. And I love that for him. He clear, when our rappers get to the point where they are just them. They ain't putting on, they ain't dressing up. They ain't putting on no weird costumes. He came right out there and killed it on that stage. And it was just him. Just him. Wasn't no background dancers, wasn't no fireworks, no smoke. It was just T.I. going in, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah,
man.
Yes.
Tip definitely represented. Now we all know that T.I. and Tiny, OMG Girlz, they won a big settlement, and this is the first time they ever even talked about it. The OMG Girlz actually said a little something about it. Take a look.
You know, everybody is in y'all business recently.
Yeah.
Pocket watching like a mug. How does it feel to walk away though with that win?
It feels really, really good, obviously. And it was a super duper important win, not only for us, but for creatives everywhere. You know, we're often told that we can't like stand up for our ideas or protect like the things that we create. And so I think this was just a really big win for anybody who's an artist or a creative anywhere. So we're excited.
Yeah,
That's dope. I want to know, like, who saw the Brat Dolls and was like, hold on, that look like us.
Yeah, it wasn't the Brat Dolls, the LOL surprise OMG dolls.
Okay.
But it was like different instances. Like Neek's daughter saw it and like looked like us, and then Auntie saw it and had somebody send it to her. Like the outfit looked just like our tour outfit, so that was the main one really that stuck out to us. And then also my little sister said something. And what you gonna say?
I was saying her friend had like sent her like
Yeah,
a
a text
screenshot of
message.
like the catalog, and we all were just seeing it. Like you
Yeah.
said, everybody saw it.
Yeah.
It was a victory for the creators, though. We've seen that happen a lot of times where big business kind of comes in and swoops on a creative idea, and you guys were able to say, hey, wait a minute, what you doing?
Exactly.
Super excited.
Yeah, we're very grateful for her.
Now that the bag is coming, I mean, what we buying? What we investing in? What's
Bag, exactly, investing.
We gotta get the bag first.
All
right.
And we get checked. That's all right. We know it's on the way. It's on the way.
right.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Exactly.
I love them so much.
Yeah, they dope.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the plus size OMG girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to hang out with them.
I love them.
The
you know? Yeah.
OMG girl.
No, don't do too much.
Okay.
Don't do too much. Okay.
It was right there.
You didn't try it.
He did. She is gonna beat his ass later on.
I am.
Oh man! All right, don't forget, man. Coming up a little later in the show, we'll have more exclusive interviews from the One Music Fest. And here's a hit: Love and Hip Hop. You'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Man, all right, guys. This was really cool, Keke.
Yeah, man. Special thanks to our sponsors, All Americans Vote and DistroKid, who helped make the TSR Live experience at One Music Fest possible. It was decked out. Okay, dude, it was decked out. We had a time, and everybody wanted to be in our little area. So
It was
popping.
yeah.
I mean, we had an open bar.
Yeah, yes, y'all did.
I didn't. I had maybe one drink. That I'm looking at the interviews.
It's always that person.
I was awfully quiet in a lot of those interviews.
You were quiet. Zach was standing on top of a chair. Now I understand it was probably hard for him to see over normal sized adults, but he had to, he was standing on chairs in the section. So I don't know if it was the bar or he just couldn't see, but y'all was turned.
She didn't wait long to get you back.
I mean, she was lining that up. She was lining that up.
That coming.
I did stand on chairs.
He did.
And I stood on chairs, but T-Pain came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, why would you not stand on the chair when T-Pain came out? I lost my mind. I lost my mind. I did. I'm sorry.
Wow. Sometimes you give it a little minute to breathe, Keke.
No, I had to get my lick back.
I feel you. All right, let's talk politics now. Checking in now to discuss the election 2024 is attorney, activist, and political correspondent, Legally Hyped. What's up?
What it do? I'm not an attorney yet. We haven't got bar results yet, so I cannot claim being an attorney yet. I just want to put that out there so that I do not lose my bar license before I get it. But we're getting close.
All right now.
Okay, we're getting close. All right, Legally Hyped, man. This has been a crazy 2024 is like right here, right?
Yeah, I mean, like we got like 6 days left. I'm actually in DC right now out here still working, so
I love that.
Hopefully we win this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what you've been talking about, you've been doing a lot on TikTok. Let's get to that.
Yeah, I mean, like every day, just trying to put it out there, educate people, educate my community about the importance of voting this election. I can say, regardless of who you vote for, but let me be clear, I do hope that you guys vote one particular way. But regardless of who you vote for, I hope that our community understands like the power in our name, the power in our vote, and the power of getting out there and utilizing that because it's a lot on the ballot this year.
Absolutely. Now on TSR's Read the Room, what was last night's topic?
Oh, honey, we had a time last night. So last night's topic was basically whether the Trump rally in Madison Square Garden was rooted in racism or if it genuinely just touched on issues that voters and in particular Republican voters were the most concerned about.
All right, let's look at the clip. Okay, run that clip. Let's take a look.
I think too many of us black people believe that we can talk about our experiences in this country and we only use this bipartisan politics. And I think that Zoe, you know, my grandfather always said that, you know, the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. And I recognize you have a very noble, you feel me, motive for what you're doing. I just think that the pathway is still like fam, I had generational wealth. I live in a red, like literally my family had land. Eminent domain. Right now, my family is fighting for the last acres that we have. So it's a structural issue that the entire structure tries to steal land from black people. That is a fact. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you try to put that on a party, it's being disingenuous to all the black people that live in Mississippi and Alabama and North Carolina. It's like, think about it. Because if you believe you're like, eminent domain is the big impact you care about, right? So it doesn't make any sense to say the resolution for that is to vote Republican.
It's just not eminent domain. That's just one. So again,
in every instance of black people losing property,
you may not care about your land. So if that's okay. So since you don't care about your land, like a lot of black people don't, that's cool. So I don't care what you say. So good luck, Trump 2024. Flip Chicago red. Have a good one. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me. And hopefully in 2028, Black America will go independent because that's my goal and that's always been my goal. But right now, I don't give a about the Democratic Party because they out here stealing black people's property. But that's it.
Oh my God, that looked like me and Zach on our podcast.
Are you sure that wasn't us?
They was about to throw hands.
Yeah. Damn, I don't think we get that mad.
Oh my God, AB, what do you think about it?
Yeah, it got deep. I ain't even gonna hold you. I mean, on the one hand, you know, I was a little confused because Zoe was like, we're gonna flip Chicago red, but then it was like be independent. So which one are you choosing? Are you going red or are you going independent, right? But again, I have to acknowledge that I did understand the passion in which where Zoe was coming from, in the sense of she was saying that like she felt like she was reaching out to Democrats who should want to help her get her land back, the land that was being stolen from her and her family, and she didn't feel like she was getting the results that she desired, or she wasn't being heard, right? At the same time, like I said, the issue at hand, or the issue that we were supposed to be debating, was whether or not the Trump rally was rooted in racism, right? So to avoid that question and go into what you feel like the Democratic Party was doing to you personally, right? Didn't even get to the root of the issue that we were trying to address initially. However, as I stated, I understood where she was coming from. So, you know, again, just studying politics, my issue was, well, that's more local and it's kind of disconnected from what the overall argument should have been, was whether or not talking about Black people and watermelon, right? Talking about Puerto Ricans, their country, or, you know, their area being garbage, right? Referring to particular political leaders as the B words, and was going to refer to a soon to be hopefully president as the C word, right? Was that rooted in racism, or were we addressing the issues? But I ain't gonna hold you, like the debate got heated. It got real heated. So
wow. All right, Legally Hype. I want you to stick around for our next guest.
I got you.
Right.
And tell the roomies where they can watch and win.
Yeah. So every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are on Read the Room. That's on the Shade Room's TikTok Live. So pull up. I also bring up roomies. Like, we have roomies that come up and share their opinions as well. I read the comments, right? So it is actively engaging. So make sure y'all pull up to the show because we be having fun.
All right, for sure. All right, join us now is former mayor of Detroit, what up, though, and a Donald Trump surrogate. Roomies, welcome Kwame Kilpatrick. Sup, Kwame, where you at? Where you at?
I think I'm right here. There we are.
There you go.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's happening? What up, though, Killer?
What up,
What's
though?
happening?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and start with the $1 million question. You are a former Democrat.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to support Donald Trump?
Well, I could just start by, first of all, I'm gonna have to check out Read the Room. I was in here, she got me off the bench. I'm ready to ride now.
Tuesday night.
But let me just first say, I was on the Democratic National Committee. I was on several committees within it. I was on the Democratic Leadership Conference. I was mayor. I was leader of the State House. I'm the first African-American, the youngest person ever to lead the State House on the Democratic side. That entire time, from 1996 to 2008, I was fighting the Democratic Party to recognize us. The only time they come around is election time. It's why the reading room is so hyped now. But the body politics side, November 6th until 4 years from now, you ain't gonna see them. Just like you didn't see him this last 3.5 years with Joe Biden. He hasn't been able to marry what he was talking about on the campaign 3.5 years ago and what he's 4 years ago, and what he's talking about and doing in terms of policy now. Democratic Party that I was in, it don't exist anymore. We used to say abortion was, it should be legal, it should be safe, and it should be rare. That was our position as a caucus back in Michigan. Now we pulling up buses to Democratic parties and talking about on-demand abortions. And so what we have, 31-year-old Kwame, the hip-hop mayor, all that kind of stuff, he's different than 54-year-old Kwame. So I believe I'm so happy to see this young woman leading a different type of discussion, just coming out of law school. I graduated from law school, passed the bar, so more power to you. Do your thing. But we got to have a discussion on November 6th about what that woman said. How do we move from creating havoc within the Democratic Party and even voting red to having an independent voice in the body politic? Until then, we won't have the things that we desire. And I cannot support the candidate on the Democratic side. It's not about I love women in power. I put the first woman chief ever in the history of the city of Detroit in office. My chief of staff, my COO, my director of park district, my lawyer, chief lawyer, my corporation counsel, all were women, incredibly strong, gifted, amazing women. It's not women, it's this woman. I don't believe she's prepared to be president. I don't believe that she can hold her own in a room with Vladimir Putin and Xi from China or Kim Jong-il. I don't think if we're on a war footprint, this is the personality, the type of corporate personality, executive management personality that you want in that room. I don't believe that any of the things she's saying in the commercials, more power to her. I used to spend money doing the same thing, that she could get done. But she has the power of incumbency. If she wanted to change grocery prices, she should have did it when she entered the race. Everybody would be like, okay, she can get this done, but she can't do it. She's not going to do the $50,000 stuff, the small business stuff. She's not doing it. All of that is, if you go and Google Democratic Leadership Conference 1996-97, all she's repeating is the same stuff I used to stand up on the House floor and say 20 years ago. And so I'm still waiting for an original idea. I'm still waiting for her, when they asked her a question, no whole lot of words, say, no, this is what our plan is, and this is how we're doing it. Understanding the economic diversity of blah, blah, blah. She should be able to go into it. This is a person running for the highest office in the world, and the entire world is going to move and adjust based on who she is and how she works. I just don't believe with the massive chauvinism, which I would like to work with you all and everybody else is there to stop and put to death. I don't believe that massive chauvinism, that this is the woman to meet it, face it, engage it, and overwhelm it in this time that we're living in today. When Iran, Russia, China just had a meeting in Russia today. There's this stuff when we have bombs flying in right now in Israel and Lebanon, when we have all this heat in Russia and Ukraine. This is the person we're saying, this is the person we want to send to the table and going to send a strong message on behalf of America. This is the person that's going to back them off. This is the person that's going to stop the bombs from flying. And we all know that it's not, but we're sentimental, we're emotional, and we put out our black card. And I just believe the body politic is more important than that. I want black people.
That Trump is more qualified.
Absolutely. I do. I think Trump says some crazy stuff sometimes. I believe that some things that we have to get, but he was the president for 4 years. So we have to evaluate not what he says, but what he does. I believe there are two different types of people in office, all of us that have ever been in office. There's a person who's a policy-driven person, and then there's the person on the campaign. On the campaign, you're doing an audition, but it's really not the person that's going to be the policy person. What we get in Donald Trump is a person who says some stuff, but he ain't did nothing. The only thing that he talked about, in 2016 that he actually did was the wall. The rest of this stuff, his supporters put out there. If we hear racist as Black people, if we hear racist one time, we through. Go ahead.
Should be.
As we should be. Kwame, you want to let's let AB jump in real quick. Let's hear it from our illegally high. Come on.
No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't be worried about
racists in the Michigan House to get after school programs for young people in Detroit. I had to work with racists to build 36 rec centers in our city. I'm
sure we all work with racists every day. I just think we shouldn't turn a blind ear to it or ignore it. That's just my take.
No, we can't ignore it, but we can't.
Right, that's why we should always be alarmed when we face with it.
Listen, some of the best people who understand appropriations and policy in this country, they hateful. And some of the nicest people that we'll ever meet, they couldn't legislate themselves out of a room in the Capitol. We got to understand this. We got to get access to capital, access to policy. And some of those people, they don't like Black folk. They don't like women. So what do? I ain't going in that room. Let's protest. No, get up in there and let's make it happen. It doesn't matter. And I'm not talking about this in terms of Trump. I'm just talking about it in terms of our ideology, which is separate and not akin to the Jewish community, Latino community, the gay community. They going in the room. They don't care if it's anti-gay in the room. They don't care if it's anti-Jewish. They're going in the room. And we have to get that way.
Absolutely.
Kwame, I definitely want to get legally hype in there. I want to hear what she has to say.
Okay, my fault.
I mean, just in response to that, I know I'm supposed to be asking a question, but in response to that, I just want to say that as a Black woman, who went to law school, as a Black woman with 4 college degrees, I have dealt with nothing but racism on my way up. And what I will say is that, yeah, we have to deal with it, but we don't have to reward it. And I will not reward racism by allowing a blatant racist to be the head of this country, who has already shown us not only that he is incapable of running a country properly, but that he does not care about anybody but himself. But aside from that, I'm going to ask my question. My question to you is, what is your response to people who feel like you as a Black man supporting Trump, who a lot of people believe is racist, who has said racist things, who has conducted racist action, they think that you're just not only selfish, but perhaps coony?
Well, I think anybody that knows me, first of all, I take the last part of that question first and then go back to the beginning. They know I'm far from a coon, a bee, a punk, that's just not me. It ain't in my DNA. And the folks around Detroit know that. But I'm not trying to convince anybody of who I am. I'm okay. I'm all right. These people right there, I got a 2-year-old that's staring at me right now. I got them from 28-year-old twins, 22-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So I got my hands full. On the first part of this, though, you talked about clearly and blatantly race. Listen, I met with Donald Trump several times. I've met with racists before, too. I'm talking about stone cold racist.
He's racist.
It's not, no.
Asking for the execution of 5 innocent people of color is racist.
You got a chance to talk, babe. I didn't step on you. I know y'all got something. That's what y'all been saying the whole campaign. He racist. And so you want us to vote for Kamala. And what if she can't do it? Excuse me. And I say Kamala, hold on. I say Kamala because I grew up, everybody around here with that name was named Kamala.
Yeah.
The Shrine of the Black Madonna, the church that I grew up in, everybody was named Kamala. This is the first time I heard Kamala in my life.
She said it's Kamala.
Me, I'm sorry. I'm not being disrespectful is all I'm saying, young lady. That's all I'm saying.
No,
but the other thing I'm saying is you ain't lived long enough to just stop and start every conversation with race. You said that on my way up, you got a long way to go. I see you probably being positioned for this office, but you're not ready right now.
No.
It's not. And so the thing about it is you have to first be able to sit in a room and negotiate with people about $23 million before you can negotiate with them about $230 trillion. It's a step up. And what we're talking about doing, I love your moxie, I love your tenacity, but it's the same thing I see in Kamala. I've been in those rooms. I've been in the White House. I've been in the Oval Office with George Bush. I've been on Air Force One with Bill Clinton and had to negotiate a housing agreement. I don't see that type of intuitive brilliance, and I don't see that type of understanding of a capital engagement, appropriations, money to cities, urban financing. And so when you don't see that, you don't hear it, you've never heard it, you've never seen it expressed, you've never seen a policy item from her, you don't see it from her on the stump. She cannot alliterate and explain it on a debate stage or even in a town hall. It gives me pause and caution. When I sit down with Donald Trump, he's intuitive. He asked a lot of questions. He has a comeback. He wants to know different information. He wakes up in the morning and calls and says, hey, if we did this, what does that mean? That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't bother me. I'm just not as emotional. My mother was elected to public office when I was 8 years old. I grew up, I was running campaigns when I was 14 in the local community. So I don't have this emotional tie with race because I've been dealing with whites and Republicans and Latinos my whole life and trying to get them to work together so we can get done what we need to get done. And all I'm saying is I've seen this before, and I think the American people can see it, that she's not prepared. Now, I can say this is not the optimum choice that everybody wants. But at the same time, we have 4 years right now coming off a pivot from Biden and Harris that didn't go so well. And people are starving. People our prices are going up. It's not a good America right now. War is and rumors of war are daily moving closer and closer to reality. And what we're saying is we got two people, not 10, not 16, two people. One was Joe Biden. The other one was Donald Trump. And the country was overwhelmingly deciding, okay, yeah, we're going with Trump. Then we had this star enter the race. And then they got a chance for people to start to hear her, to talk to her. She was just not Donald Trump. So she just got a lift that was beyond, I've never seen anything like it in politics. But the more and more she has to actually stand flat-footed and talk about the issues, the more support she loses. And that's not a surprise. And what I'm saying is we as African Americans, whether it's Republican African Americans or Democratic African Americans, at the end of this, we need our own Project 2025. Instead of talking about what's wrong with theirs, why don't we have a document to say this is what we need for our community? This is what we like to see. Instead of complaining all the time, why don't we take all of our bright minds like you, sister, and like the Shade Room people and everybody and say, we need people from 18 to 80 to sit down and talk about how do we transform how we engage politics over the next 4 years. So it's just not the Democratic Party coming back and pandering to us about how everybody racist that's a Republican and you need to vote for us. That is the message every 4 years. And only one of those times or two of those times, we actually had Barack Obama who could do all the things that I'm talking about she can't. And he can't go up there and talk for her because she doesn't get training wheels. She has to stand flat-footed and do it herself. So as much as Michelle Obama and Barack Obama deliver messages on her behalf, she's not doing it for herself. And so now Black men have a problem. If we can see that, we can articulate a reason why this is not lining up for us. And we become these dumb dudes and we become sellouts and we become, like you said, coons. If we say this ain't the best person to put in this position for our country, for my small business.
Let me ask you this. One of our roomies is asking this question about, did Donald Trump pardoning you have any influence on so much passion that you have behind his campaign?
Donald Trump giving me a commutation had me engage him. But if Joe Biden would have gave me the commutation, I would have never supported Joe Biden for president. Joe Biden wrote and passed the most draconian, oppressive piece of criminal justice legislation in the history of America. I've had 5 cellies who were lifers. 2 of them are in. 3 of them, we got up out of there by the grace of God. But 2 of them are still in. One for 2 dime bags of weed that they cross-referenced with the Biden crime bill on a 2K1, and he got life. People have no idea how many people died in prison because of Joe Biden. And it's like it's swept under the rug. Anti-busing and New South Democrat going to Klan rallies, the most draconian crime bill ever. People forgot about Joe Biden. He can come out now and have gays and blacks and hanging out, but we never put people to the task of what the damage you've done. So no, I would have never supported Joe Biden. It doesn't make me support Trump. Let me just say this. Donald Trump has never asked me to support him. He's never asked me to do something for him. And I know that's counter to what everybody believed, and it was counter to what I believe. If I figured if I met him, he was going to try to give me a deal I couldn't refuse. New Yorker, Donald Trump, he didn't do that at all. He shocked and surprised me when I met him. My sons wanted to meet him. I wanted to say thank you, but it was none of that. So no, I don't believe that I'm on this campaign strictly because of that. No, absolutely not.
Okay. If somebody got me out of jail, I know it would play a part in me, but that's just me.
I would support him. I don't have to be on the shade room.
Before you jump in there, Kwame, I want to ask a couple of things. First, you mentioned the Joe Biden and draconian bill. How did Joe Biden do that for the Roomies? Just let them know. A lot of people are not in tune.
Okay, excellent. In 1994, Joe Biden authored a bill called the Biden-Clinton crime bill. Bill Clinton was the president at the time, but it was authored in the Congress. That bill was to really, if you put it in a good way, it was to go after what they called the crack epidemic, and it was to lock up the offenders who were causing the problems in communities. But what it actually did is it gave tools to prosecutors that we know now. It's kind of in all the rap lyrics. It gave them the ability to do RICO law, 1954 laws that were for organized crime only. It expanded. It allowed them to selectively charge under cross-referencing, which is they caught me with a dime bag of weed. I can go get 8 people who say they bought drugs from somebody. I can put all of us in the conspiracy, cross-reference. A lot of people in prison right now, if you talk to your homies, they don't even know some of the people on their case. So they can put a big case together, add up the dope, and give them all life. I had a case when I was in El Reno. I was doing cases, and God, the Lord was moving. I was able to get 11 guys, even reduction of sentence, either a reduction of their sentence or get them home. But it was fighting the Biden crime bill. It was fighting people being locked up under new references that they can do, under adding up cocaine, under taking out what they call unacquitted conduct. And this is getting down in the woods. But when you talk about unacquitted conduct, you're talking about it was never brought in an indictment and it was never on trial. But in the sentencing phase, you were able to now bring in people to take the stand and say, I bought an ounce of cocaine from dude every week for about 2 years. Oh, okay, that's 108 weeks. We're going to add up. And then they sentence him for something that was never talked about in the case. When Booker came out, it changed some of that. But it was a horrible, horrible bill. And when he did it, he told him he was going to lock these SOBs up. That's what he said on the House floor. He's going to lock them up and he's going to throw away the key. And that's what he did. And I watched men that I used to walk the track with in a prison. They go in the hospital and never come back. They die because they got 20 years for some.
We're around the same age, so I understand exactly what it is. Because some people that I grew up with got football numbers because of that crime bill. So I know exactly what you're talking about. But I do also want Zach. Do you want to get in on the question?
Yeah, I had a quick question for you. As a black man, when I vote, I'm really thinking about the advancement of black people. And one thing that Donald Trump said is that he was about giving police full immunity to crimes against people. And then, police usually mess up with our community. You know what I'm saying? So as a black man, when you see that, somebody who wants to give the police full immunity, they don't have to, answer to the crimes or the things or the misjudgment and different things that they do. How does that make you feel?
It was the worst thing ever, and that's why I'm there. I can't be there and be a token sitting by the door. The first thing I do is get on the phone. I got to get to the president. Ain't no way. Ain't nobody noticed. They ain't said it since. And the reason why is the reason why is, first of all, police in this country, they have qualified immunity. There's no such thing as blanket immunity. You can't have blanket immunity. That'd be unconstitutional, but they already have qualified immunity. You know that devil that just shot Sandra
Bland?
No. The young lady and when he said that she lifted up a pot. I'm so sorry.
I remember that. I know who you're talking about.
So, I can't. And that devil that shot her.
Illinois.
Yes, that devil that shot her, he was just trying to prove that she had a pot, because the pot, according to him, because all he had to have was his own self and his own mind had to believe he was in danger. And that's why so many police officers go to trial and they get off, because they can say that they had a perception that their life was in danger based on the thing. They already have that. And ain't no court in the law, ain't no court in America taking that away from them, because you probably couldn't get nobody to be a police officer if you did. So as a former CEO of a city, we had a guy who shot 3 citizens and killed 1. I fired him. He got his job right back. I fired him again. He got his job right back. So,
but I'm just thinking about, if I'm a police officer and I'm sitting here hearing the president bag, he's got at the court already. I'm gonna be even more, you know what I'm saying, trigger happy.
And that was insensitive at the least, and it was way overboard at the most. That you can say something that police already have, and you using it as a campaign tool. It's beating down a community that's been suffering about this forever.
And that's my
issue. A black man in the room. Last thing, if you don't have a black man in the room and all of them standing out picketing and hollering and screaming, and you don't have nobody saying, "Mr. President, you can this." Let me tell you about my community. Let me tell you about what happens to me. You gotta have that person in the room. If you don't have that person in the room, then you don't have anybody there. That's why I always, even when I was a raging Democrat, I always wanted some people in the room over there. Y'all got to talk, some real black men and women in the room, so we could talk about some of the things that they're.
No, and when he comes back to the room, when he comes back, I wanted to get, because I saw you over there legally hyped. You was over there jumping in your pants. I know you ready to jump in and do it, because I want to make sure we can round off this conversation with a chance for you to say something. But while we're waiting for Kwame to maybe come back, how about you could just respond to some of those things that he was saying for the Roomies from another point of perspective.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be respectful. So first and foremost, I believe the young woman he's referring to is Sonia Massey, who was murdered in her home, right, by a white police officer. I find it disingenuous, like his rhetoric in terms of there needs to be a black man in the room when it comes to Trump. But you will sit here and say that this black woman who is a former prosecutor, right, who was a district attorney, an attorney general, and a senator, who has way more, who has the background, right, in politics, right, more than Trump has. Let's remember that before Trump ran for president, he had always said, "I never want to get involved in politics," right? We saw what he did for 4 years, right? You want to talk about the price of living right now and the cost of living and how people live. Let's be clear that Trump inherited Obama's economy after Obama repaired the economy after Bush, right? So let's keep that in mind as well. But also to say that you need to have a black man in the room to make sure that Trump makes the right decision, but you as a black man could sit here and try to gaslight me about my credentials and how good of a person I am, but you won't sit in the room with Kamala Harris and help her and give her the opportunity to make this country better after we've already seen what Trump has done, after we continue to see the rhetoric that Trump puts out and the energy that he spells into our nation, and why we're so divided right now is he has allowed racists to be openly racist. Okay, let's be clear about that. So we can sit here and say like, "Oh, we black people, you shouldn't be mad because somebody is racist." We should always be mad about a racist, and we should always check them. And what we should not do is give them the privilege of running this country, because that's how we ended up here in the first place. We allowed racist white men to come and take over this country and bring us as black people as slaves and build this country for them, and then make us feel like we not nothing, to make us feel like we're less than, right? In addition to, we can talk about prison, because y'all already know, I spent 17 years of my life, my entire adult life, fighting to get my wrongfully convicted brother out of prison. So if anybody wants to talk about prison and the fight of the judicial system, I think I'm very well qualified for it, because yes, I spent time in jail because I chose to, because I wanted to know what it was like to be incarcerated. I never spent time in jail because I was a criminal or because I did something criminal. Nobody ever had to pardon me. So no disrespect to this brother and what he went through and him having to go to jail for the crimes that he was accused of, right? And eventually convicted of. But our resumes are a little bit different. And so I find it hard to believe that you're not voting for Trump because he got you out.
Thank you.
Point blank period.
Thank you.
Legally
And I
hype,
also invite
man.
him to come on Read the Room because let's debate this issue even more. I would love it.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, that's it.
We need a part 2.
Yeah, we need a part 2. Read the Room. Give the Roomies, and I know Kwame's probably still watching. Give him a Read the Room when he can check it out.
Again, Read the Room every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the Shade Room's TikTok channel. Pull up. Let's debate this. Kwame, pull up. We want to have you on there. Let's do it.
Thank you so much, man. Him and also you, Legally Hype. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Woo! That was it, man. That was a hell of a show to come back for the One Music Fest.
Man.
I need a drink.
But I'm telling y'all, these are the conversations that need to be happening with the election 6 days away.
Yes.
We gotta have these conversations. They are tough.
And listen closely when we have them. Listen to the verbs and the words that are coming out, because to say something is unconstitutional and then vote for the person who's unconstitutional to run the country is insanity. But, when we do have these conversations, I just want everybody to really pay attention to the things that are being said. And the word emotional is getting thrown about a lot, but everybody should be emotional when your future is in the hands. So,
all right, y'all.
Woo! All right, me, the person that likes to have fun on the show, I'm ready to talk more about the One Music Fest because we had a time.
Yeah, man. We just heard from Kwame Kilpatrick and Team Trump. Well, now let's talk. We had the chance to interview Congress member Jasmine Crocket at the One Music Fest. All right, brought to you by All Americans Vote and DistroKid. All right, let's go ahead and play the interview we did with Jasmine Crocket.
The only way that they can win is when they divide us. It's important that we stay united. That is who we are supposed to be. We are in the United States. And so we do have a divider-in-chief that is currently running to be the president of the United States. But we need somebody that's going to look out for you even if you didn't vote for her. Right. We need somebody that's going to look out for you because she understands what it is to grow up in a middle-class family and not be given $400 million when you was born. There's this perception that he's this great business guy. Listen, we can all look like we great business people. If somebody drop off a bag of $400 million, yes, I mean, I can look it, right? But the reality is that they said, listen, this dude cannot operate a business in the state of New York because he ain't nothing but a fraud. Listen, if it's one thing black people are supposed to be able to do, it's to spot a fake and a fraud. And let me tell you, the orange one is a fake and a fraud. So let's get with a real one.
Man, she was so fired up.
She was fired up.
Jasmine Crocket came with all of the energy. And it just adds more to the debate, more to, Kwame came on with, it's both sides. For me, it's one of those things that you just really have to go with your feeling. And there's a lot of strong feeling on both sides, which makes this election so important.
Yeah.
Yes. And most importantly, early voting is underway right now. Okay. You have until November 5th to cast your vote. So please get out and vote. It is very important that you get out and exercise your right.
There it is. And please make sure you vote up and down the ballot. Okay. Local and state elections are just as important. A lot of times people go on there and they vote for the president and vice president and then they go guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look up them judges.
The least you can do, and this is something I'm going to do, man. The least you can do is go to these people websites, man, and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Their websites should tells you the things that they stand for. At least do that, so you can have a little knowledge before going in. Because I honestly believe if you go in and you take a test, because the voting be on that little Scantron. If you go in and take a test and you get 2 right and you get the rest wrong, you still got an F. Okay.
Period.
So go in, like state and local elections to me are more important than the presidential election, in my opinion, because they affect what's going on right there day to day. Like what the girl who was on Read the Room with AB, she was talking about eminent domain. She was going to state and local officials trying to get that taken care of. So make sure you vote on that.
Absolutely. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump back into our One Music Fest, man. Our recap was so cool, man. We caught up with a couple of our favorite love and hip hop Atlanta stars, Bambi and Sierra. They were all at the One Music Fest. All right, let's take a look.
What's going on in your love life these days? We thought you was rekindling with the baby daddy for a second.
That's never gonna happen.
Well, damn.
Oh, damn. Respectfully.
Okay, but what's going on with you? You dating?
I am dating. Everybody.
Yes.
Not everybody.
They know that's my line.
You like short kings?
Single to you married.
I don't discriminate.
Okay,
you know?
okay. I like to look out for the brothers 5'9" and under.
You know they call me Giraffe, so
Okay.
know.
I always look out for
Everybody
them.
kind of small to me.
Well, Bambi, since we out here dating, girl, what do you like in a man?
I just love somebody who's honest. I'm now starting to really get into the looks. Before, I was just like a personality girl. But I see they be roasting the hell out of me for my pics because the guys don't be lookers. They be like, girl, what's wrong with you? So now I be like, you ain't fine enough to be on the shade room with me. So you got to go.
Shout out to Bambi.
Just got into looks is wild.
She calling everybody else ugly. All her exes.
That's wow.
I clocked that real quick.
Yeah, man. Talk about catching a stray.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, man. Bambi was looking like she was interested in you, Zach.
I don't think so, brother. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really what I want.
What?
You're not trying to get on Love. You trying to get on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, bro?
No, I mean, I'm cool. Bambi's an amazing, beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? I just, I was asking for the short kings. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about me.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Did
saying?
it for his community.
I do it for the community.
I
You
know
know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
I hold it down.
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, 5'9" and under. That's who I rock with. You know what I'm saying? I'm marching for them.
Well,
I'm on the front line.
We also got a chance to catch up with another Love and Hip Hop star. And this one here knows how to keep a man. Let's see what Sierra was talking about.
But your family has been speaking out against you. I saw that on the blogs. How's that been going?
It's so unfortunate. Like, it's so unfortunate because that's my little sister's third time doing it. But this time was the biggest time. It was like, I had like 600, 700,000 followers looking on my Insta story. I'm like, can y'all buy some? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never had that much on my Insta story. Like, 100,000, okay, cool. But, like, it was so many people. I'm like, dang, it's so sad because people really love hate. They love negativity so bad. But it's so unfortunate because it's my sisters. But my sister showed me who she was 3 times ago. And I didn't believe her. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I always dealt with that with them. They was raised completely different than I was raised. And it just comes to a time where I just got to be like, hey, I love y'all from afar. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we get into that, Keke has just lost her mind.
Let me sit up straight.
She has gone
Get my
crazy.
posture right.
And she is ready for somebody to drop some damn cherries in her mouth.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Shout out to Usher watching the show. What up, Ush? What's happening?
Usher, I was at your show last night in Chicago, boo. And I did Keke karaoke today about you on the radio, too. So, hey, friend.
Yeah, we were all at the show. Great show, Ush.
Yes.
No doubt. Welcome to
I
the
call
show.
him Ush.
You need to come
That's
on the
what I
show,
call.
Usher. Come on the show. We would
cool.
love that. Yes.
We cool.
But of course, shout out to Sierra who tapped in with us. You know, her family, she's been going back and forth with her sisters online. They were trying to expose her.
Right.
So I had to ask her about that. And then she actually wanted to address the Roomies herself to clear up some things. Take a listen.
This is what I want y'all to do.
Okay, tell us.
I want y'all to hire y'all own surgeon.
Okay.
And I want them to come in. Yeah. And I want y'all to hook me up to a lot of tests to say what all I've gotten done.
Okay.
Like, literally, like, I really want that to be done. I need that for my peace to sleep at night. Y'all just be really getting mad because I look like a walking filter. I cannot help that. And my daughter look just like me. Like, I used to be 70 pounds bigger, right?
Okay.
I lost 70 pounds. I got the same cheeks, the same chin, different lips. If I would tell the world that I got butt shots when I was younger,
Okay.
I'm like, this just being transparent because I just feel like who gonna check me, who pay a bill for me?
Hello.
Like, my husband love me, you know what I'm saying?
So you tired of all the accusations about face flips and all that?
Listen, please, I want you, I've never gotten a knife to my face. I really want y'all to hire. I want Shade Room because y'all gonna keep it real and tell the truth.
Okay.
Hook me to a lot of tests.
All right.
That's what's coming up.
Man, she was not. I want to let you know, Roomies. Sierra was not playing about that. Like, she kept talking about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then in Atlanta culture, though, it's not fair, right, Keke? Like, they, in a sense, that's kind of what they do down there. And it is some, like she said, she got butt shots.
Yeah, I mean, I was visiting in Atlanta and it looked like to me, everybody, it's just a package that comes with your citizenship down there in the A. Okay, the girl that worked at Walgreens had a BBL. I don't know how she paid for it. I'm trying to get on a payment plan. So, you know, everybody is looking nipped and tucked. And Sierra just doesn't like those accusations. But, you know, that's my dream to put them on me.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. If it's paid for, if it's natural, I don't care.
Man, what? Like, I hate that. Like, you sit there and act like you look at Sierra. Are you really going to be like, no, I think that's fake. I'm cool. What? That don't even make sense.
Well, she just wants us to know that she has not had plastic surgery done to her face. Those are her words. We also got to talk to her about some of her toxic ways, maybe, some things I agree with, of course. Let's see what she had to say about checking her partner's phone.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Lord. I want to know what your thoughts on going through phones, because it's a crime now. You go to jail for that.
Lock me up. Lock us up. Baby, I'm doing it.
Yes.
Y'all both taking y'all ass to jail.
You
Y'all
saw that video. They almost had me.
Hey.
I almost joined in. Lock me up.
Hey.
They all had
the key. Yes.
I hate it.
We going to jail tonight.
Oh, man.
Gotta check that phone every now and then.
No,
okay?
no,
man.
no.
We also asked both ladies about going 50-50.
Okay.
Check this out.
What are your thoughts on going 50-50?
You know what? I did that before, and I wasn't opposed to it at the time. But now, I just wouldn't be comfortable going 50-50 because I got too much responsibility. I got too many kids. I can't go 50-50. I can't help you, bro. Come on. You trying to come over here and help us out.
Do you believe in going 50-50 with a man?
I do. I feel like, I do. I feel like it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in this economy?
Yeah, I mean, just overall, just being realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to spoil my man, and I like for my man to spoil me. Like, when you're a boss, like, I see that new car, I want you to have it, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I love my husband splurge on me. He just bought me these diamond earrings, and I splurge on him. It's nothing wrong with it.
There it is.
Yes. That's a girl. That's one with some sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It was me trying to look at the diamonds to see if they was really diamonds or.
Because
babe, we're throwing a little beauty supply piece, but it was giving real. So shout out to Sierra Man.
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it,
I
man.
love her thought on 50-50.
Yeah. I'm sure y'all do.
I mean,
I'm sure you do.
The numbers are the numbers. The numbers are, unless you're a super duper millionaire, like you got millions in the bank, of course. But you making about 100,000, man. Come on, stop playing.
I mean, but do y'all even like aspire to be providers one day?
Yeah.
Like, is that even on y'all goal list anymore as men?
Hold on. What's that supposed to mean?
That don't mean that. Do y'all
just
aspire to cook and clean? Do y'all aspire to know how to take care of home? A lot of people are saying they know how to take care of home and don't want to go 50-50. If you don't have to go 50-50, guess what? You are now in charge of Tone Capone Enterprises. Can you handle that?
And that's your toxic way of living.
No.
A lot of men don't think like that. A lot of men like to provide for their women, and they're still treated as an equal partner in the relationship.
I don't
work for you because you're a provider of the household. I don't become your employee.
No, you're not an employee, but I'm saying, so what are you bringing to the household?
The household. I am the household.
No, you're not.
Yes,
if you're not putting nothing in, you just a guest.
And that's the way you think.
And I don't know why you said that we aspire to be providers. Just because I go 50-50 doesn't mean I'm not a provider. I'm still taking care of all the dates. I'm probably still taking care of the vacations.
Yeah.
I'm probably still taking care of every other little thing. I'm still leading in that way.
So
you know
that's not
saying?
50-50. What I'm talking about is that the question was, do you guys aspire to be providers solely? So you would be 100% a provider. Some men I'm thinking now are just waking up looking for a roommate, looking for a partner to split things.
I think some women are waking up. If you want to live with your mama, just say so.
Why would I live?
Go live with your mom.
mom?
If you are a functioning adult,
yes.
you are a functioning adult, and I get it. Like I'm saying, if you are going to say, "Hey, I'm going to take my hands off the wheel of this profession that I had, and you're gonna take care of me," that's fine. That's all good. But then there has to be some type of skin in the game. Like you have to be, okay, I'm going to make sure the house is working right. I'm make sure the kids are doing
that's
this.
Perfectly fine. It's called being a partner in a relationship. But what you said was, now I work for Tone Capone.
No, I did not. No, I did not say work for. I said you are now in charge of Tone Capone.
I am your elite employee.
No,
is what
not,
you said.
No, I'm not
you
saying that.
You have been promoted to my elite employee.
Honestly, I think you say this, but you're not thinking it all the way through. At the end of the day, like if you're not providing, something, then why are we even getting married? Why are we not just continuing to date? Why? If I say, okay, let's date, I pay for everything anyway. You come over to my house, I'm paying for everything.
Yes.
We go on a date, I'm paying for everything. What, when you come into the household, what are you doing? Because everything in this house is taken care of.
So I'm gonna be like, yes, sir. Master.
No, you don't have
Yes,
to say
sir.
yes, sir. That's
What would you
women's
like-
way.
what
That's
would you
women's
like
way.
me to do,
No,
Tone
that's
Capone
women's way
Enterprises?
of trying to be toxic and go all the way to the left. They go all the way left. When you say something logical,
May
they
I
go
have a
all the
lunch
way to the
break
left.
today,
Yeah.
Mr. Tone Capone.
No,
May I have a
I
lunch
don't
break
want
today?
that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you. I want you to
money.
say. That's why I said like. That's why when dudes had this conversation, women muddy the waters with that crazy kind of conversation.
No, listen, y'all. I
It was a
understand.
simple
I understand y'all
question.
are having this debate, but it takes two to make it takes a village to raise a child. Okay.
It
and
does.
it takes two people pouring in. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. If you're not helping financially, you're helping and doing things in other ways. But if a man was like, hey, you mind? I'm finna go get my nails done. Can you watch the kids? I ain't watching no kids. You need to watch the kids 100% of the time. That would be crazy. Okay. That wouldn't be sensible. People step up when needed. It's not about 50-50. It's not about 100%. If you have the means to take care of your woman and you would not like her to work and y'all agree on that, that's perfectly fine.
But I'm not your employee.
Absolutely
It's not
not.
about being an employee.
Absolutely not. Because
But
that
you
was,
looking at it when
that was my
somebody tells
choice.
you, when a man tells you something that see, this is the crazy thing. Women can sit and say, hey, I want you to be 6 foot. I want you to have something that, like an elephant in your pants. And I want you to be able to
Now,
make
who said that?
$600,000.
That's what they say.
I want you to make
Baby, that's a lie.
No, but
'cause it
listen.
don't exist.
But this is my thing. Women can demand and say, hey, I want this out of a man. 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 Let us put one demand on you. Now we want you to be an employee. Make it make sense.
Tone, you
Make
lost
it
me
make
when you
sense.
said-
You cook it when you cook it, dog. Make it
No,
make
he's
sense.
not
When I
cooking
say,
at all. Don't send him off.
no,
You
I
said
know I'm
Tone
cooking.
Capone Enterprises.
No,
bro.
I did not.
That
I
means
said-
I work for you.
No, I'm saying I worded it wrong.
Okay.
I was giving it.
Thank
I'm
you.
saying like this:
Yes.
if you have expectations for you want out of your man to do all of these things for you,
Yes.
and I say, hey, if I'm going to do all of these things for you, in turn, you have to do this for me. That is an expectation.
Yes, give and take.
Women have a problem when we set an expectation. If we say, hey, we want a woman that could cook clean. I ain't finna be your slave. I'm not finna be folding no clothes. Hey, you know what I mean? I want you to be able to, provide a little bit because, I make 100,000. I make 100,000. You make 60. So I maybe just to make things make sense.
Can I tell you something?
Huh?
Keke don't even believe what she's saying. She just likes seeing you get red.
Why is she making me
She like turning you red. I ain't gonna lie to you. She don't even believe that. She keep 4 jobs. Ain't gonna get rid of that. She gonna keep a job.
I keep as many jobs as I can get because ain't no man gonna tell me I work for his enterprises. Okay.
But the fact that you saying that is crazy when you have all of those jobs. And if anybody asked you to say, hey, Keke, stop working and give up your career, you look at them like you lost your mind.
I am.
All your sisters got jobs.
Yes.
All your daddies, all your brothers
got jobs.
Every person you know got hustles, but yet you want to go and stick up for the lazy woman that's looking for a come up. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not. I simply asked, do men still wake up and say, you know what, one day I want to be a provider, 100% provider.
We still,
do y'all even think like that?
Yeah. Most men don't even think about, we don't even do 50-50. Most men take the brunt of the bills and say, you know what I'm saying, you give me this and this on that. You know what I'm saying? We do take the brunt of the bills. We love doing that. And we love spoiling our women. I don't know this whole, it's most guys are either providers who like doing most of what they can, or they're bums. Okay.
Well, where does he fall?
This 50-50 guy.
He
wants an equal contributor.
Yes,
no. I know. My thing is this.
Contributor.
My thing is this, Keke, and it's just a fact. Men, what we wake up doing, we know we got to make money or y'all not going to deal with us. We know that if we don't keep going to get as much money as possible, y'all won't even look our way, which is fine. That's the way the world's set up.
Yes.
So don't think that men are waking up not wanting to be a provider. Men are waking up knowing that they have to be providers. They have to be a provider for themselves. They have to be providers for their women. Hey, I want to date Keke. I know Keke like 5-star restaurants. I got to get my weight up. Looks like I'm gonna have to start driving Uber. I want to do this. I got to start doing this. She loves vacations. okay, looks like I need to start making content and get monetized or something. We always looking for ways because we know we have to have it to even deal with you.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. When you say when we wake up not knowing that we want to be providers, we know we got to be a provider. We know when the check come for a real one, we know it's on. We sliding our number in there. If our girl take care of something for us, shoot me to tell me what I owe you. Bang.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not looking for a woman to save me on no time.
Yeah, I don't think you are.
I just want, if you coming into a situation where everything's taken care of.
Yes.
Everything's taken care of.
Don't ask you to wash no dishes ever.
No, I don't care about washing dishes. I don't care about doing nothing. I don't care about doing none of that stuff.
Well,
there's no such thing as what I want for me is, and this is what I say, and especially in this economy, I want my life to change and your life to change. So if you was paying $3,000 a month for rent, and you come in with me, I want that to be easier for you. You don't have to worry about $3,000 a month for rent. If I was paying for internet and cable and all this, hey, take that off, because all of it, what happens is when you think about the economics of it, everything that you two are saving ideally should go to the betterment of the relationship. Y'all building a saving house. Right. Y'all getting a better car so y'all have a better car. Or maybe she doesn't got to have a good car. You want to make sure she's got a better car, a more reliable car. You get her something right. Y'all want to, instead of going on Apple vacations, you don't have to look for a deal because y'all are together and y'all able to really splurge and do things to make the betterment of the relationship better.
I like how you thinking, brother.
That's all I'm saying.
I like this person.
All I'm saying is this here. I'm gonna say it again. Keke is trolling you because she likes to see you get red and she knows your trigger points. If you start talking about money and 50-50 and 100%, this man neck explode. He can't take it. And she did that on purpose. And I'm just laughing on that note because she got 17 jobs.
I'm going to keep 17 jobs.
And you sitting here mad than a mother. And again, like we say every show, I hate them. I actually got a chance to travel with them, which made the hate grow.
I'm trying to tell you, if you hit that button, he's going to pop.
Okay. All right, man. We had a ball at this year's One Music Fest. Again, we want to thank to all of our sponsors, but a big thank you out to All Americans Vote and DistroKid who helped make the TSR live experience at the One Music Fest possible. It was so much fun.
For our roomies who don't know, DistroKid is the best and easiest platform to promote your music and get it on major streaming platforms with unlimited uploads and 100% of your earnings. Get that paper.
And last but not least, honey, don't forget the last day to vote is November 5th. Election is Tuesday, November 5th. Get out, vote. Take your grandma to vote. Pick up your cousin to vote. Everybody needs to be down at their polls and voting, okay? So we want to send a big thank you to All Americans Vote for having us at One Music Fest. I don't want to go to festivals regular no more. Okay, so shout out to y'all because I can't do regular no more. I need to be in the TSR Live Lounge, okay, with an open bar and fans and everything. I don't want to go regular no more. So shout out to All Americans who vote. They are a nonprofit aimed to motivate underrepresented Americans to engage in voting and continue active participation in the local and national elections. The recent launch of their Turnout campaign has brought together live event experiences and advocacy in the hopes of incentivizing Black and brown individuals to participate in our democracy. Get your behind out and vote.
That's why she my sister though, man. She actually said that was the same thing I was thinking. I was like, how do I go to another festival regular?
I can't go regular.
Y'all
tried to make me walk up a hill to get to the car too. I ain't forgot. We talked about that on the podcast this week, but yeah,
you was walking up that hill.
I was. Almost died. Cat Williams say I almost died at the One Music Fest.
All right, man, guys, we'll be back next week.
This is easy here. This is easy here.
Until then,
what's an easy hill?
It was an easy hill.
No.
Make sure you represent
the mountain
culture with excellence, and these two fools will be right back. I promise you.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. Oh my God.
It's been a long time. time coming. They ain't come for my club, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my